Thanks, Tom. As the chickens have been coming out of the barnyard, there has been repeated devastation of crops and other resources here on the farm. As you can see right here behind me, this is our tomato patch. It has received the most devastation, receiving losses of probably up to 100 pounds of tomatoes this year. The one question that keeps coming into people's minds is, will this be able to be stopped? And if so, how soon? This has been reporter Christopher Parker for CR News Live. Do the chickens ever get out up here?
Yes.
How often?
About every day.
Have you experienced any negative side effects from this?
Yes, they come in and get chicken food and eat it.
How much do they go through?
A lot. I mean, chickens eat, they don't stop.
How much would you say, like, per week?
We probably go through, like, I don't know, 50 pounds.
50 pounds, dear God in heaven. Hi everybody, I'm Christopher.
I'm Elijah.
I'm Sarah.
And we're from Crooked Row. Today we are going to be talking about our chickens. And so we have a big problem with the chickens because they really like to get out of their pen and like peck our tomatoes and get into our grain. And it makes it really hard to budget when your grain is being gone through that quickly. So what we're going to do today is we are going to show you how to get your chickens to not be able to fly over the fence, which is really super important because especially young birds, when their wings are unclipped, they can fly fairly well. They're very well enough to fly over fences, even this up to like this tall. So this is going to be the most cost effective. It is going to be a very, it's a little invasive to the bird, but it causes no pain. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to it and show you how to get this done. So, as you can see here, Sayla's caught us a couple of birds and we've got them in this cage here. So Sayla, go ahead and grab one. So what we're gonna do with the birds is we're gonna move them over here to this table, and this is gonna be our work area. All right, so the only thing we're going to need for this process is a pair of shears. Some people use old dull scissors. Those are good. We just don't have any right now to use that aren't good enough to use in the kitchen. So we don't want to waste a pair of scissors on this. Because birds are really, really dirty. They carry diseases that are deadly to humans, not to mention lice. So you definitely don't want to do that. But what you want to look for is these far out feathers right here. It's almost like the bird's fingers. These are the strongest feathers on the wings, and they're the most important for flight. And so what you want to do is you want to just take your shears and you want to look for where the white on the feather is, because at some point down in the feather it's kind of like a fingernail. It stops being keratin and there starts being a place where there's like blood veins and things, because you don't want to make your bird bleed. But those blood veins are to provide oxygen and nutrients to grow the feathers. So we want to find a happy medium between pure keratin and live bird flesh. And we're just going to come here and we're going to cut all the way across. Make sure we get these back feathers too. There we go. We've taken all our feathers off. Now, you do not want to do this on both sides, because the goal is to make it that when the bird tries to fly, she will be flying unevenly and she'll kind of go into a little bit of a spin and she won't be able to control herself. So, you do not want to cut the other side as well. Now, this does not harm the bird. Her feathers are just going to regrow and she will be perfectly fine. You will need to do this every couple of months though, when the bird's feathers finally do regrow. So we're gonna go ahead. Elijah's gonna do this next one. We'll show it to you one more time and then we'll cut to a time lapse. All right, everybody, so that is it. We have clipped all the wings of the birds in our entire flock. And like I said before, it is a painless thing to do to the birds. All it does is it removes their ability to fly, and that'll regrow in just like a couple of months. So it's super easy, it's cheap, and it can really be the best solution if you're in a situation where they're just flying over the fence. We've already seen several times where the birds will walk up to the gate wanting to fly over, and they'll try and they'll just hit the gate and fall back down, wondering what's happened. So we absolutely recommend this. It is super easy, and remember, if we can clip our chickens' wings,
Anybody can.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye.